Hello. The recklessness of some drivers has turned heavy vehicles into lethal weapons on the road. With subjective awareness, they are willing to violate traffic laws, drive the vehicle too heavily, or cause it to be caused by natural conditions. Is this price too high for those careless moments? Just imagine what would happen if that iceberg collapsed. I don't dare to think about the worst case that will happen to that tank. The driver is playing a life-and-death role. With just a small mistake, his life and the car's will be in danger. Each slippery piece of ice seemed to be gradually cracking, creating a terrifying cracking sound. The tank, heavy and slow, moved little by little while the driver held the steering wheel steady, breaking out in cold sweat. Have you ever spent some of your time observing how a machine works? The rain became heavier and heavier. The water drops intertwined like a thin curtain covering the road. The container truck filled with heavy wood slowly crawled up the pass. With each turn, the car's body tilted harshly, and the wheels slid on the slippery road surface. The driver tightened his grip on the steering wheel, sweat beading on his forehead. The pressure from the load and terrain makes the car look like a ferocious wild animal, ready to struggle to escape human control. Did you know that the giant excavator, with a weight of 21,700 g, is crawling up the cliff like an iron centipede? Each of its scoops causes the rocks to shake, threatening the stability of the entire cliff. Sweat pouring down on the operator's forehead, he realized that he was playing a risky game with death. With just a small mistake, both the machine and the driver can be buried in a pile of rubble. Wood turning becomes simpler when there are heavy trucks. With an engine of up to 500 horsepower, transportation becomes easy. The road up the mountain is winding, steep, and slippery. The rain was pouring heavily, making the dirt road even more muddy. Trucks carrying heavy lumber move forward. Every skid makes anxious hearts sink, but with perseverance and experience, the drivers brought the convoy through all challenges. Oh my God! Do you see this? Continuous showers turn the road into a slippery quagmire. The driver, like a hero in the middle of a storm, is trying his best to overcome the dangerous slope. Every moment that passes is like testing the endurance of the heart. Just one small mistake can overturn the whole car. The wheels spun. The engine roared and pushed at full power, creating thick clouds of smoke that mixed with the rain. The whole scene was like a life and death battle between humans and nature, with the driver determined to fight to the end. If you were in this situation, what would you do? The agricultural machine, heavy and cumbersome, suddenly bogged down in a deep hole. Each of its movements causes surrounding rock to collapse, threatening to completely submerge it. The workers hurriedly tried to find a way to save it. The giant crane was mobilized. The iron cables were tense, ready to pull the machine out of the quagmire. The next machine I want to introduce is the tower crane, whose load capacity can lift up to 40-50 tons. The tower crane, with a massive body like an iron and steel monster, slowly crawled up the winding mountain pass. At every turn, it tilts like a big ship overcoming the waves. The driver, with strong hands, tightens his grip on the steering wheel, bringing the car through challenges. At the foot of the pass, there is a deep abyss that makes people shudder. It was scary. The road was filled with mud due to a prolonged rainstorm. I am imagining the worst that could happen to them. The giant crane inched forward, little by little, pulling the trucks out of the mud. Every movement of the crane causes the cars to shake violently. Mud splashed, covering the workers. After many hours of struggling, I see that everything is still not resolved. Oh, what happened to this container? Made in China with a shell weight of about 2,300 kg and a length of 40 feet, 12,192 m. But it is currently sliding down the road. The cause is unclear, but people are trying their best to use machines to pull it up. Slippery ground and heavy rain made rescue extremely difficult. The driver was really scared this time, as if he was facing life and death. The container is so large and heavy that each time it is pulled up, it feels like a battle. Hopefully, we can soon rescue and stabilize the situation. Did you know that to be able to pull this container out of the muddy road, the worker had to rent 2 tow trucks to move it? The slippery slope becomes quite a challenge. The 40-foot-long container, weighing 2,300 kg, slid down, making rescue extremely difficult. The engines of the tractors roared, the wheels spinning in the mud. Everyone joined forces. Little by little, the container was gradually pulled up. It was truly a tense battle and required perseverance, but in the end, they succeeded. Wow! A long and slippery slope made a series of iron horses afraid to conquer them. The powerful towing convoy, consisting of 3 heavy vehicles, is facing this challenge together to pull a large cargo car uphill. The engine roared fiercely. The wheels spun in the mud and smoke rose. Each rickshaw works at full capacity, with tension and determination to overcome the dangerous road. Finally, after a stressful process, the heavy car was gradually pulled up the slope, completing the mission to the sigh of relief of the whole crew. Thank you for watching our videos. Hope you found the information interesting and useful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to update more interesting content. See you again in the next videos.